Hello teachers, my name is Jona Roy and I am also a teacher like all of you. Usually I have observed in my class when I teach, I have very limited resources. For example, when I have to teach topics like Constitution of India, fundamental rights and directive principles, at that point of time I have observed that I have very limited resources with me, maybe maps, charts, that's all. At that point of time, I think, how can I make my classroom teaching more effective and interesting?
In this demo, teachers, I will tell you how to use tools of e-Patishale in a period of 45 minutes with your classroom teaching. Without reorganizing your timetable, I just assume that it takes 5 days to complete this particular lesson. Now children, you can see I have written a small poem on the blackboard. Now I'll read the poem. In this poem, we have the names of the 7 continents.
North America, South America joined in the West, Europe and Asia meet together, on Africa they rest. Australia stands alone, floating down below. Antarctica is the loneliest where no one wants to go. Now we will study about Asia, which is the largest continent. So we'll click in English as we want to watch English.
This module describes the people and economic resources of Asia.
In this page, as you can see, we have divided the lesson into different subunits. Each day, whichever subunit I want to take, I can click on that particular link to give more explanation and the children can watch that. Why is Asia called as the continent of extremes? Because it has the highest mountain peak, that is the Mount Everest. And also we have vast areas which do not have any rainfall. Vast areas without any rainfall. Because of all these factors, Asia is called as continent of extremes.
Asia is a continent of extremes. How? Let's discuss the following points and see. It has the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, and the lowest part of the earth, the Dead Sea. Secondly, Asia has recorded the lowest temperature in Siberia and some of the highest in the Arabian deserts. It has the highest average annual rainfall at Mawsynram. Asia even has the highest as well as the lowest density of population in the world.
To review the text once again.
Why is Asia called a continent of extremes? Because it has the highest mountain peak, that is Mount Everest. Asia has the highest as well as the lowest density of population in the world. Some areas have high population and some of the areas in Asia have low density of population.
Teachers, if I click on this blue color U-turn button, it will take me back.
So when I click on this, there's a extra feature where I can make the students learn something more on that particular topic.
To the topic tree from where I had come.
Location of Asia, isn't it? So the main points of this are, most of Asia lies in which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. And it covers almost half of the earth's surface. East, very good, sit down. Then Indian Ocean, Yes, the Indian Ocean on the south.
Most of Asia lies in the northern hemisphere and covers almost half of the Earth's surface from east to west. It is surrounded by oceans on three sides: the Arctic on the north, the Pacific on the east, and the Indian Ocean on the south. The Ural Mountains and the Caspian Sea in the west separate Asia from Europe. The Suez Canal separates it from Africa, and the Bering Strait separates Asia from North.
Good morning, children. So, yesterday, what did we study in Asia? We have studied two topics, isn't it? Asia is a continent of extremes and location of Asia.
Asia is a continent of extremes. How? Most of Asia lies in the northern hemisphere and covers almost half of the Earth's surface from east to west.
So now, children, we know why is Asia called as the continent of extremes. Because of all these factors, Asia is called as continent of extremes. What is the other topic we studied, children? About location of Asia. Then Indian Ocean? Yes, the Indian Ocean on the south.
Yesterday, children, we had studied about the two subunits, that is location of Asia and Asia, why is it called as continent of extremes. In today's class, we'll study other two subunits, that is physical features of Asia and about northern lowlands. Let's go to the topic tree and click on the physical features.
Now, let's study about the physical features of Asia. The physical features can be divided into 6 areas as follows: the northern lowlands, the central mountain belts, and the island groups.
Now, children, you can see that the physical features can be divided into how many groups? 6 groups. That is the northern lowlands, which is these areas, and the island groups, which are all these purple areas which are marked in the map. These are all the island groups. So today we'll study about the northern lowlands.
Now let's go back to the